Talk to me about what you've been doing these days.
Well, the group got back together in the year 2000, and after we decided to get back together, we just released 3 albums over these years, and it's just been incredible, but mainly overseas. So, I mean, we've been doing stuff in Australia, Europe, and Japan. All of those markets have been like where we've been touring and releasing music.
What's the response been, and why not touring in America? What's the interest in your music, or why have you been having to take your message overseas?
Well, it's been incredible. The truth is, it was an accident that we went overseas. We were striving to do music here, and the marketplace of music was so into more degrading topics and stuff that just really wasn't uplifting for people that we shopped it overseas, and the response was incredible. And people just was really feeling it and into it. So it was just a matter of going where it felt right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did.
And you're still continuing to put out songs and putting out music there.
Exactly. We've been making a living from it since then, and it's been incredible. Like, we tend to do like stadiums, you know, or festivals where it's 20,000 people or more. So I mean, it's very, very big stuff.
What does that say about the state of hip-hop right now? Of course, your music is a lot more conscious, if you can classify it as that.
Definitely, yeah, I would.
What's the state of hip-hop right now? What would you classify in the United States? How would you classify the state of hip-hop right now, hip-hop music?
I think it's important for people that think of hip-hop to think of it more globally. And when you do think of it globally, it's exciting. There's a lot of stuff going on with hip-hop right now. There's groups that's rhyming in German or rhyming in French or rhyming in, you know, patois or Cuban. It's so many different vibes and cultures that's enjoying hip-hop music with us that it's really explosive. And I think that's one of the things that us as Americans need to open our minds to. There's a few reasons why. First of all, it's important because we started the music. And so for us to really keep growing in the music at a good pace, we need to be able to see what other people are doing, or else they'll pass us by. It's sort of similar to what's happening with the Japanese with cars and certain technologies that they've basically passed us by as Americans. So it's important for us to just see why, how things are going other places.
Hip-hop has gotten its share of criticism. I think Nas has said that hip-hop is dead. Do you feel like that's an accurate assessment of the genre?
I don't think that hip-hop is dead. I'm not sure exactly what Nas was saying by it, but when I think of hip-hop music, it's as vibrant as ever, but it's not exposed in a balanced way. So right now, you have your general artists like maybe an Eminem or a 50 or a Jay-Z or something like that that is going to get promotion, but then there's other artists like a Strange Fruit Project or a Talib Kweli or even a Common, Arrested Development, Roots, so on and so forth, that will not get the same exposure. And that's probably one of the big differences between when we started off in the early 90s, was that you had this huge diversity of hip-hop music being exposed at the same time. So people had choices. You had your Public Enemies, speaking of revolution and fight to power, but you had your 2 Live Crew, talking about we want booty and whatever. And then you had everything in between, from Jungle Brothers to MC Hammer. So people had all these different choices, and artists that were out there that were wanting to get into the field had a lot of different inspirations.
How do you feel like the internet has changed the music game and the music industry, or how is it changing the music game and the music industry?
I think the internet is helping to balance the scales, because you have some of your more mainstream forms of media that doesn't really expose so much, and the exposure is more narrow, and then you got the internet where it basically equals it out. Anybody with a computer and can get online can all of a sudden expose their music. And so I think it's helping to level the playing ground.
Now, those who want to purchase or are interested in your music, want to hear what you're doing now, I assume you have a MySpace page. Everybody has a MySpace page.
Yeah. You can check us out on MySpace. It's MySpace Arrested Development Music. Come check us out. And then we have our own internet site, and that's www.arresteddevelopmentmusic.com.
What else haven't I asked you that you want to add? Any final thoughts?
Not at all. That's good.
Talking to a Righteous Brother Speech here, putting it down. Thanks for your time and effort.